The Chasers' War on Everything is rated M for a mature audience. It contains coarse language.
Thanks for joining us right around Australia. Welcome to the War for another week. And Chris, look, it's been a huge week in politics with the ALP conference on the weekend.
Yes, with Kevin Rudd as the star attraction. It felt a bit like a Star Trek convention, only nerdier, didn't it? But I'm still not sold on Rudd, I have to say. As I see it, the election's shaping up as a contest between two fairly similar men. On the one hand, you've got Rudd, who's a twerp, arrogant and wants to send uranium overseas, and on the other hand you've got Howard, who's a twerp, arrogant and wants to send Amanda Vanstone overseas. So sport for choice, aren't
Tough,
we?
isn't it? Of course, the uranium was one of the big topics at the conference, and a big slap in the face again to Peter Garrett, who's always opposed uranium mining.
That's right, once again overruled by Rudd.
Yeah, it's become such a common pattern. Garrett's had to re-release some of his Midnight Oil records. Their album Head Injuries has now been put out as Cred Injuries.
That's right, and you can also now get blue sky mining will be really good for jobs and the economy, according to Kevin.
Catchy, catchy.
But did you see Howard's gone even further with his uranium policy? He says Australia should develop nuclear power as recommended in that Ziggy Switkowski report.
Well, and why wouldn't you listen to the former head of Telstra, hey? If there's a nuclear leak, I'm sure they'll have someone around to fix it between 7 a.m. and 12 p.m, as long as you're there to let them in.
That is a guarantee. But look, I think overall Rudd came out of this conference pretty well, I thought. He spoke a lot about the challenges facing modern Labor, including this one.
The challenge of militant Islamism and how we respond to the complexity of its threat in substance rather than in soundbite.
Hear that? Substance rather than soundbite. Now, of course, you'd never find Kevin Rudd reducing everything to soundbites, would you?
A long-term prosperity without throwing the fair go out the back door. Without throwing the fair go out the back door. Prosperity for Australia without throwing the fair go out the back door. Prosperity without throwing the fair go out the back door.
I wish he'd throw that soundbite out the back door. But look, there was a great turnout at the conference, a lot of people there.
There was, including some big ALP luminaries, Gough Whitlam, Simon Crean.
Yeah, but there was one other former leader who I'm not sure was quite as welcome as the others.
Oh, Kevin, beware. I am the ghost of Mark Nathan. Remember my fate.
Vote early, vote often.
Remember the honeymoon period, Kevin. Remember the honeymoon period. I was leading in the polls too. Choose the fork in the road. It's a dull cliche. Remember the ladder of opportunity.
You're not Mark Latham at all.
Remember me, Wayne. Remember.
The ghost of a long time past.
And the ghost of the future. The polls will change too.
It's very disappointing I wasn't mentioned in your diary. It's been nice to see you again.
There's no votes in man boobs. Beware the government scare campaign. Beware, it's even scarier than me.
Really? He's scarier than you.
I've always wanted to headbutt you.
Come on.
You've in front of me before,
Oh,
Mark.
yes.
We don't want you,
It
no,
had
we don't want you
nothing
back.
to do with me.
I now put the question and answer. You got a point of order, delegate. Delegate, I now...
I am the ghost of Mark Nathan. Beware.
You got a point of order, delegate.
I gave the party as much false hope as Kevin is. Let me in. Come on. Please, Can you show me the way to a taxi? I'm going to beat the crap out of a taxi driver. I'm that angry.
So that's kind of how it works inside Wikipedia in terms of different aspects of our governance model.
Jimmy, look, I just have 10 questions. First, how are you enjoying Australia? Second, how do our computers compare to the ones in America? Third, why does everyone in IT look so nerdy, yet you look like a daytime soap star? Fourth, Mac or PC, do you really give a shit? Fifth, there are 1.7 million articles on Wikipedia. How long did it take you to write them all? Sixth, Craig Rucastle's a bit unhappy with the photo on his page. Could you upload a better one, maybe, for him? Seventh, my dog, he's got this little scabs under his chin. I don't know if you could recommend the number of a local vet. Eighth, Jessica Rowe and Peter Overton, will it last? Ninth, cracked pepper. 10th, how do you feel about the fact that when I looked you up on Wikipedia this morning, I changed your page to say you were a teenage drug lord from Malaysia?
Yes. 17. Hot coffee. I can't remember.
Oh, well, you got 4 out of 10. I'll add that to your Wikipedia page. Thank you.
Now, I don't know about you, Chaz, but one of the things that really annoys me these days is how much it costs to go out. Like, you know, I went to the zoo on the weekend. It cost a fortune.
Oh, yeah, look, it's the same everywhere these days, you know, cinemas, fun parks, brothels. No wonder families can't afford to go out these days.
But we realised you can be a bit smarter about this. In fact, we've found a gaping loophole that can slash the price of admission pretty well anywhere. Could I have one adult and one baby, please?
$32.
32. There we go.
We don't charge till they're full.
Till they're 4. Oh, good. All right, Chazzy, let's go and see the animals then. OK, come on. All right, let's go, eh? Great, thanks. See ya. How much is it for the baby?
Free.
Free for the baby, fantastic, excellent. $22.50. OK, thanks.
The problem with that is you can't take your parents into the theatre.
OK, well, can I carry him in?
Yeah, that's fine.
OK, all right, I'll do that then. Shh, just keep quiet, Chaz. It's about OK, no, you're right. We'll see the movie. The movie will be good. Come on. Come on. OK.
I'll see the lions, maybe.
He's not going to be too scared, is he, by the sharks?
It's not a scary place.
He's not a scary place? It's OK for little babies?
OK, Dad, I'll be fine.
He says he'll be fine.
You said 10 months?
Yeah.
Speaking.
He's very advanced. I'm so proud of him.
One adult, one baby?
Yes, please. He's only 10 months old.
Only 10 months old?
OK.
I'm 11 months old, Dad.
Sorry, 11 months old.
11 months old,
Yeah,
OK.
OK.
Cool. Pretty great exhibition for kids.
Yeah, which one is it?
That's Zoe's Playhouse.
OK.
Oh, no, it sounds wussy.
Have you got anything a bit more full-on, like dinosaurs
It's a
or...?
construction site, definitely not wussy at all.
OK. OK. Come on, little Chazzy, let's go see the fishies, eh? All right. Come on, Chazzy. Excellent. All right.
There's hell in there.
Yeah, I know. All right, let's go in. Cool. It's all right, you said the babies are free.
He needs to bathe. He's not a baby.
He's a baby. He's my little boy. Come on, look at him.
Come on, mate.
He's so
I've seen a
cute.
baby before.
Come on. Little cutie, come on.
What? I'm under 3 years old.
Yeah.
Are you having a go at me for my size? I'm very sensitive about that. You're gonna make me cry.
Look, he might not be the prettiest kid, but he's my little boy, all right? It's all right, Chazzy. It's OK, mate. It's all right. Don't worry about the mean man, OK? We'll go and see the fishies. We'll go and see the fishies, all right? Come on. Could you give me a hand with the pram, please? We'll just give it a lift.
Can't hurry up, Sam.
Come on. That's all right. Come on. No, we've got to come down. Come on, that's all right.
Come on.
That's all right. He just needs a hand.
I
Could you
can't
give
walk
us a
down these
hand?
stairs. I'll break
That's
my
all right.
fragile legs.
Come on, guys, gather up. Why, this car is a carbon monoxide emitter. It's a carbon dioxide emitter. It's a carbon trioxide emitter. Why, it's a gas guzzling.
We'll get a supersized fuel tank and pump it full of pure lead. Keep pumping, we'll keep pumping. Burning up the gallons full throttle till the planet's dead. I love emissions, I really love emissions. You need an oil rig just to fuel a car this big. Invest in BHP if you drive an SUV, it's gas guzzling. Go, 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 go. Gas guzzler, you never leave the CBD. Gas guzzling, go, gas guzzling. Go, gas guzzler, you're running over small kiddies. Gas guzzling, go, gas guzzling. We all consume your toxic fume. We're gas guzzling. Go, 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 go. We waged a war in Iraq just to guarantee the oil flow. Arab oil, I want that Arab oil. My car is Japanese, but I won't go near Kyoto. And when I buy another, think I'll trade up to a Hummer. Put the pedal to the floor, let's run over Al Gore. Gas guzzling. Go, gas guzzler, you're taking up all of the road. Go, gas guzzler, you're carrying the wanker load. The CO2 is next to you, and gas guzzling. Guzzling, 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 guzzling.
Now, Andrew, you know me pretty well. You know I don't mind a drink or two at the end of the working day.
Yeah, I know. I've seen you at the start of the working day, Chris.
Absolutely. What's wrong with it? And one of the things I've noticed about some of the pubs I go to lately, they have these people called the 3-minute angels. Has anyone else come across these guys?
They do.
They kind of circulate around the pub asking you if you want to have a massage.
No, it's quite a coincidence, actually, because the guy behind me I saw in the red light district getting into a 3-minute happy ending angel earlier this evening. He got a very comprehensive massage.
It's to their own, and look, I think it's a wonderful idea.
I think so. So does he, I imagine.
Paying up for a massage in pubs, but why is it only massages? I mean, surely there's a market out there for a whole lot of other services you could actually offer people in a bar.
Excuse me, how's your evening going? We're the 3-minute dentist, just wondering if anyone wants any dental work done this evening.
Just 3 minutes, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Open wide.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Open wide, please.
I hate the dentist.
He's got quite a bit of salami. We just need to get... Is it just a suction? Can you just put your head back further?
Gingivitis there.
Oh, God. Andrew, I think we might need a drill or something.
Can we get the drill?
Oh. We don't have anaesthetic, so the Bundy will actually numb the pain. Head back, please, sir. Rinse. Hello, gentlemen. We are the 3-minute gynecologists. How's our vagina tonight?
It's fairly non-intrusive. We can just move the noodles and do it here on the table. Anybody care for a scrape?
Oh, there's a 3-minute proctologist. Interested in a anal examination?
Just in between pumps, we can quickly spread the flesh ciabattas and get in there, and then we'll be out.
Sure you could.
You don't want to take a quick drive down the Vegemite motorway?
Any terror this evening? Okay, we'll be checking out. Camera's on.
You look like tourists who've been imported direct. Do you want me to take your photo for you? Wide shots, mid shots, long shots, digital photos, instant photos, black and white photos, multiple frame bursts, panoramic stitching and red eye reduction, an incredible range of photographic techniques. That's right. Say for me, bargains.
Bargains.
Now say, massively reduced. Massively reduced. Massively reduced.
Massively reduced.
I need you to smile and say for me, $5. Not $2.5. $5. $5. Look at this important merchandise.
Now, it's a great honour for us to be talking about Fox News. This is the future of news. In fact, Fox News has more viewers than every other news channel in America put together.
And no wonder. I mean, when other news channels cover, say, the American presidential race, they talk about trivialities like taxes, foreign policy, the environment, that sort of thing. But only Fox tackles the biggest issue of all.
She needs better accessories. I think she needs a great bag, great shoes. Shoes always work for everybody.
She could be dressed in a dress designed very much like the way Meryl Streep looked in The Devil Wears Prada.
I think she has a lovely figure, and I would really like to see her show her legs more.
Take that, Hillary. But it's not just Hillary. Fox has assembled the finest mathematicians to crunch the numbers on who's America's favourite Democrat. Just look at that. I had no idea that 150% of Americans plan to vote in the next election.
Yes, it's amazing. And those figures, of course, brought to you by Fox's Statistics Bureau.
Another great thing about Fox is it appeals to people of all ages. For instance, check out their program for young bloggers.
And you can tell it's for young bloggers because of the totally uncontrived manner in which the hosts open the show.
The web revolution is here.
Yes, it's the most natural way you could appear on television, really.
The only problem with that youth program is that Fox's youngest, funkiest presenter is some 48-year-old IT nerd.
Hey guys, for me, I had a reality check on the campaign trail. I was trying to get my head around how the candidates are working the web. He was out there tapping mogul money and speaking to the people. And so were we. We're out here covering Obama.
Gnarly, dude!
But now it's our pleasure to introduce the king of Fox News, its star presenter, Bill O'Reilly.
Every night, a whole army of guests appears on the O'Reilly Factor, and they talk to Bill about every topic under the sun. And the whole show is driven by Bill's central philosophy.
Look, anybody has a problem with the Factor, they're invited on here to tell me what their problem is, and they'll be treated respectfully.
Yes, Bill treats them respectfully. Like this.
He doesn't have a right to be commit a felony. He doesn't have a right to be in this country.
What? But that has nothing to do with the fact that he was drunk.
He should have been deported. He should have been deported, and this mayor and the police chief didn't deport him.
You
You
want
want
anarchy.
mayor.
You want nothing to do with that mayor.
You want anarchy.
No, what
you
I
want
want-
open border anarchy.
What I want is fairness. We have lured these people. We have.
Now, that was fairly loud. In fact, Bill O'Reilly's getting so loud, they're thinking of replacing him with a host who can be more quiet and soothing.
Of course, sometimes having the loudest voice in the world isn't enough to overpower your guests. That's when Bill resorts to Plan B.
That's what I spent 29
Sorry.
years of my
No,
life
you didn't.
trying to do.
You know what happened to
me, the
you?
Conventions
Somewhere
are
along the
very,
line.
very important.
All right. Somewhere along the
Bill,
line.
I served 29 years. How many did you
started
serve?
to
Where
dislike
did you
your own
teach
country.
the Geneva
Cut her
Conventions?
mic off. Goodbye. All right? I'm glad she came on. I wanted you to see her.
Bill isn't just respectful to his guests, he's also respectful to sexually abused children. Now, do you remember the case of Sean Hornbeck? He was an 11-year-old kid who was kidnapped and abused by this man for 4 years before he finally escaped.
Now, most people would think a sexually abused child would be deserving of sympathy. But our Bill, he had his own theory.
The situation here for this kid looks to me to be a lot more fun than what he had under his old parents. He didn't have to go to school, he could run around, do whatever he wanted, and I think when it all comes down, what's going to happen is there was an element here that this kid liked about his circumstance.
Yes, you know, Bill knows what kids want. In fact, he's even opened up his own holiday camp. Hey kids, want to have the time of your life? Then come to Camp O'Reilly. As Bill himself says,
no school, play all day long.
Our friendly staff are more fun than your old parents. Stay for 4 years and go away with a lifetime of psychological harm.
Why would you ever want to leave?
Alan Dram is a statue busker. In the last 10 years, he's travelled the world, drawing crowds in just about every major city of Europe and America. But a debilitating illness now threatens his livelihood.
Since I've developed Parkinson's disease, I'm finding it very hard to make a living, yes.
It's a Sunday afternoon, and Dram is hosting a barbecue lunch for his fellow statue colleagues.
Can you just pass me those cutlets, mate?
Not really.
Well, all of us are here, obviously, in support of Alan. We've been asking the Statue Buskers Union to lobby for some compensation for him. We even went on strike last week, staging a massive march through the streets.
In the meantime, Dram's been forced to adapt his repertoire just to make ends meet.
I've now stopped doing the more traditional statues, but, you know, you learn to adjust, and I find I'm now getting pretty good crowds once again doing Muhammad Ali at the Atlanta Olympics.
OK,
Okay, time to roll up our sleeves and get down to business in the segment where they break it and we fix it. And first problem this week, Craig, the US rapper Snoop Dogg.
Yes, the dog's been impounded. He was all set to host the MTV Awards in Australia, but he's denied entry into the country. And the dog don't like that.
You can't diss the dog, and Snoop's supporters weren't just going to take that decision lying down. So we got together a posse of pimps and hoes and went along to the immigration department to find out what's up.
Player hater, why you dissing on my main man, the dog? The dog needs to represent in Australia's hood. Yeah. That's right. These fine, badass bitches, they need the dog. Ain't that right? That's right, my nigga. No diggity. Excuse me, need to leave the building. Don't yo Dayak motherfuckers know you can't regulate the dog? The dog regulate you with cold hard steel.
Terry, leave the building, man.
Don't make me put no cap in your ass, nigga. It's the police. We out of here.
Please leave.
Please, nigga. Nigga, please. Back off, nigga.
Well, Rodney King all over again.
Clearly police brutality there.
All right, next problem, fatty boombas. Kids are getting fatter and fatter these days, and a lot of experts are pointing the finger at fast food chains.
Yes, but I see at least one Macca's store is trying to stop kids eating their burgers by putting condoms in the Happy Meal.
Might explain why the nuggets are so rubbery.
Exactly, but on the whole, look, these chains are an obesity palace. God knows why they bother putting in those playlands. Kids are too fat to get into them.
Sounds like those playlands could use a new fit-out.
We've got the Fat Kids Playland for you. The couch and the TV, it's the Fat Kids Playland. See, you haven't got play equipment here. We've got the Fat Kids Playland. They don't want it at Macca's. Do you want it?
Oh, yeah.
Call it KFC Playland, you know? I can think of the jingle already. Fat kids watch TV, eat KFC. I'll work on it, OK? We'll set up here. You don't want to have it too far from there because they can't walk that far. This way they can order from here too. More fries. You can have these for free.
Why? I mean, what's the reason?
What's the reason? Well, because you've got 30% of the kiddies can't play. They can't climb that high anymore. Come on, childhood obesity, mate. You've done your part. Credit where credit's due. Here's the Fat Kids Playland for you. Yeah, the kids love it. See? You kids are too skinny for that couch. Have a few more burgers. You have all of them. That's right. That's the spirit, mate. You'll be on that couch in no time. And finally tonight, grumpy newsagents. I am sick to death of being told a news agency is not a library. I'm a man who likes to take my time and browse. But boy, you wouldn't believe some of the attitude I cop sometimes. Yeah. I just need to check I want to buy it. You can't lie down? It's very uncomfortable. It's a big magazine. Try to read, mate. Yeah. Can't I read it first in case I don't like it? I don't want to get the wrong paper. Come to the bed. It's very uncomfortable to stand this long. Oh, okay. What's improving or getting? 6 letters. And I don't finish it? Well, then I would have started it for them. You don't have toilet paper here, do you? Just a newspaper? Yes, sir. Yeah, I'll take that, thanks.
It is time to get our hands dirty in the commercial world and find out if ads really do come true if you recreate them in real life. And it's a bit of a boutique ad this week. I've only seen it once or twice.
Yeah, I hadn't even heard of the product, I must admit. It's a little rice snack biscuit thing called Soho Delights. And the ad goes a little something like this.
Gonna find my souls, gonna hold them tight, gonna grab some afternoon delights.
My motto's always been when it's right, and the thought of meeting you is getting so exciting. Sky rockets in flight, afternoon delights, afternoon delights, afternoon delights.
Ah, yes, harmony in the workplace. Quite an original concept, really, if you ignore the fact that Will Ferrell already did exactly the same thing much better in the movie Anchorman.
Look, there is a slight whiff of Anchorman about it. But, look, the premise surely still holds that if you open up a box of the biscuits in a typical office environment, then everyone around you will automatically start singing Afternoon Delight.
It sounds very logical to me, but would it work in the real world?
Gonna find my souls, gonna hold them tight, gonna grab that afternoon delight. My mother's always been when it's right, and the thought of meeting you is getting so exciting. Sky rockets in flight, afternoon delights, afternoon delights. Crap. Afternoon delights.
No idea. What's that thing?
Afternoon delights. Afternoon delights.
I think that's it for me.
Afternoon delights.
Easy words.
Afternoon delights.
Very easy.
No, I don't.
Afternoon delights.
Afternoon delights.
Afternoon delights.
Can you not remember them?
Afternoon delights.
It does it all like this.
Afternoon delights.
Do you want me to write them down?
Yeah, right down.
Can I write them down for you?
Afternoon delights.
Your breath stinks.
Well, look at that. Another Ad Road test. Signed, sealed and failed.
Fail.
Well, and it's a good night from all of us, I think. And if you would like us to test another ad for you, or if you have a problem for the fixers to fix, hit us on the War Guest Book, abc.net.au/chaser.
Until next week, good
Good night.
night.
Is it you don't know the words of these songs?
That's right.
We can do a song without words.
Let's do one without words.
Oh,